I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is May 2nd, Thursday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, like I was mentioning yesterday, one of the options was we would retrace back up, open up to about 50%, and then come down and attack the liquidity here. Now, that happened to the T. Beautiful. Fucking, man, this 930 couldn't have been any easier open. But we did not blow through. So, which I'll get into a second. So, here you can see 930 opens up right here, pops up, gets into wiping out the previous liquidity. Last up candles here. 1 minute is not that good to see this, but 5 minutes a lot better. And then broke down. So today I decided to be patient and wait for order flow a little bit. So you got these equal lows right here. Came down, we attacked that. That's a lower low now. And I'm assuming these lower low, lower high, quick runs, which was beautiful to attack all this. And you can see on the left side here, I got the fib from here to here, retracing back to the 50 because I know that's where we're at here, up here, right? So banking on that to come down, and I already had this outline since yesterday. So the setup was fucking really gorgeous, but the rest didn't play out. So I'll show you in a second, but you'll see this candle here pops right up, right into this imbalance right here, pops up right there, closes. So that's 930, 931, 932, 933. All right. And then, and I didn't get the entries that I would have liked, but this was still great enough. But I've got this imbalance right there highlighted. So I normally don't have to highlight all this, but I'm doing it for this screenshot pretty much. But you'll see here that we, in the 930, 930, 31, 32, 33, 34, the 34 candle pops back in. Okay, and right when that does that, I'm entered. And stop loss is now above this high because I'm reducing risk here. Right, but anyways, shoots down for another lower low, comes right back up into this imbalance right here, taps that block, can't miss that. Look at, tapped it twice. And then we got the opening range here. So and then we're obviously trying to seal that as priority number one. Number two, we have the opening gap that they created at the open or of the day, right? And then obviously the liquidity of all the data news yesterday, right? So excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather right now, but yeah, man, fucking gorgeous. So then brought down again. We got this imbalance here, and we have that imbalance there. We tap that beautifully to the head. And then there's a gap right here on this little 1 minute. You see that little gap in between? Look at the bodies respecting that gap beautifully. That was perfect. Came down again. Came underneath the opening gap, came underneath it as support, or turned resistance, so to speak, and then stayed inside that imbalance itself with using the low of the opening gap right here. At this point, we've already sealed this, but then we shoot straight down. That's beautiful. That's what you want to see. Those straight big candles. I mean, this couldn't have been fucking more gorgeous. Now wasn't gonna show the chart, the trades. I don't need to, but this is the last time I'm going to tell you, I'm taking these fucking trades, okay? So I don't need to prove myself. I'm done having to do that. But anyways, called it beautifully. But here's where it gets a little bit interesting. Let's go to the actual chart. So here, the thing is with this, here's the thing. We understand that this could be a good support, right? And we got these higher lows, obviously. So, and it's a little bit new. So, I mean, with this big wick from yesterday, could it have easily rolled down? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, these are some positions that they probably want to keep. All right. So we weren't throwing the top side out of the picture, but you could also see like a potential wedge forming, rising wedge where it could fail. And I've been mentioning that we could have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher. We could have kept doing that until maybe getting up to here or even up to here and still come down, right? We don't know. But looking on the macro perspective, dollar wasn't helping. So if you take away this fucking wick, just completely pretend it's not there, what do you have? Well, you also have manipulation like a speaker, right? So just pretend the wick isn't there. You know what I'm saying? So just pretend it just doesn't even exist, right? So look at the bodies. Look at the bodies of the actual candles. That'll also tell you the story. And then when the 4 hour flipped here, took the liquidity and came back up, at this moment, you also see dollar coming down, right? So dollar wasn't coming up. I'll kind of run right to it real quick. And you'll see here that at this moment, so dollar was pushing up right here, and then it reversed, right? So came down, and we're back inside this imbalance on this daily candle, daily chart for dollar. So with that understanding, we start breaking lower and lower and lower. So this is when it shifted. When it shifted more even down, that was kind of like the confirmation of it keep going up. But what do you call it? But you have to see that live. I can't really, tell you anything else. But so what? Let me switch to this smaller time frame. So with this understanding here, beautiful sell here comes down, takes out the liquidity. Now look on the higher time frame. Look at the 15-minute reaction. Look at the reaction is massive. So in this scenario, okay, I'm a liquidity trader, so I'm gonna take this. I'll still take this buy. And then at the time I had a fib here. So let's just say from here to here. Okay. And I'll go to 1 minute. But you'll see that we do pop up. And my goal here is to take it to the 50% at least. And then that gets accomplished pretty well. No losses yet even. And then price shoots up here and it tags the 50% of the opening range gap. And I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. So I end up taking this trade, and the goal is to what? So sell, buy, sell. That was my logic. And I was a little bit married to coming back down here. But look to the left of the chart on the 1 hour, even on the 4 hour, you can see that we're still sitting, the bodies are still sitting at a 79, right? So this is also that's one issue, right, for going down. Issue number two, we have these higher lows probably maybe protected. Issue number three, this down candle, look at the bodies. They're respecting about 50% of it. So we're not getting any closures down. And number four, the little speaker idea that I gave you there, pretending the wick isn't there, right? So this reaction is I saw it, but I was just like, I try to push it to the side. Still, taking this trade up is still okay. I don't recommend you doing it. You have to have experience to be able to do this trade. This was caught on a 30-second. That's the only reason why I got here. But when we shot all the way back up, I can see on a 30-second that this next candle opened up. You can go take a look at that on your own. But price shoots up to this 50%. Take the trade out. Take this sell. I want to take this sell obviously to make this low. When the price gets down here, okay, this is a very nice area, golden area for it to fucking keep buying. And that's exactly what it did. And you could see the wicks rejecting, and I'm like, uh-oh. So, but at the same time, I'm like, it's all good, So price comes all the way back up, gets into a little imbalance right there, taps it, right, and then runs away. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So guess what? Then we're using this opening range day as possible support. Also, there's some inversion imbalances right here. If you drag that out, it's holding price up. So I'll just do that real quick, right? And so on, right? Even if I drag this out, see that right there. But the issue is that when I hate when they do that. God damn. When the price Oh my God. Look to the left of my chart, right? Let's just look to the left here. So when the price comes down and then starts coming back up and it breaks that high right there from that imbalance, I knew it was over with. So, and I knew I fucked up because I knew this was the buying, another buy, or to have kept holding it for what? Well, the speaker. So even if you didn't look at the higher time frame, look at this from the opening itself. It was a speaker. So higher highs comes down for the lower low, and then it's a range. It's expanding. The range is expanding. So what does that say? Well, that means that we're coming to take that high out. Is what I'm basically saying. And also with this imbalance, even though this isn't an imbalance, it went up, it went down, it has all right to stay down. Um, Basically, when I took that mega trade yesterday, they're trying to wipe they're trying to wipe all the sellers out, right? So stopping at 50%, what they did, and I had this understanding that this was a possibility, but they're just engineering liquidity here. So when they do come up, not only do they wipe out the engineered liquidity because it's an internal high, right? But they're coming down to squeeze everybody out here, right? So I was done already, but when I took this loss, it was over with for me. But I saw the opportunities here for this higher low to get bought, and you can see that clearly on the divergence right here. You can see higher lows here, and we had lower lows right there with S&P and Dow, but I was done. So, and then also a little weird story, my eyes started getting fucked up. I was petting my dog, and then I don't know, man. I'm actually allergic to my dog. So I know not to pet him, but you know when he comes up on your leg or something and he wants you to pet him, and I felt bad, so I fucking started petting him, and then I don't know, man, I fucking touched my eyes, and my shit's still fucked up right now. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyways, so this was another confirmation of buying right here. Higher lows here, and the targets are the top side, right? So, oh, by the way, here was the sell for the 930. You had higher highs in Dow and lower highs in other assets. So beautiful fucking day though, man. Like I wish I didn't drop the ball, but hey, I can't catch them all. So it is what it is, and I saw that as a possibility. I was like, you should hold it, but it just I was kind of married to coming down, and I knew better. But if I had continued with the rest of the day, maybe would have caught this. Because at this point, we're retracing back a little bit too deep. Yes, they come and they wipe out all the early 930 guys here, but they just kept making higher highs and higher lows, and then that divergence sealed it right there. And right at that moment, it's we're coming up here, but I had already missed the boat. So was it going to involve myself in overtrade and risk capital? So I said, fuck you. So that's pretty much it. And then as far as am I missing some? Well, as far as tomorrow goes, non-farm, and then that's the other thing I forgot to mention is that it's also Thursday, so you also have a possibility of a reversal, which it did beautifully. Thursdays are generally gonna keep going as a trending day, or it's gonna reverse, right? And they decided to reverse it, and I knew that, but I just was kind of married on this smaller time frame. Needed to zoom out a little bit, even though I got all these time I could see it. I was just more married to the bottom side, but at the same speaking, today's the day before non-farm, so you're also going to get this funky ass price action as well. So this week was for that, it was bound to happen. But anyways, that being said, they squeezing out all the sellers. I was one, so I get it. Right now we're here. Where do we go from here is the fucking magic question. So what I can see for non-farm, I mean, with these higher lows being protected in a way, it does make sense for it to now keep going up. This is a great response for it to save its ass. Um, so, I'm thinking we're just going to either go up if we're bullish, right? I should have gave that other option of when we took out that liquidity of coming back up, but the data was presented after the fact, right? So you can't see it all before. I do my best try to tell you the day before, but anyways, so I'm expecting either something like it's either. Let me do this again. I want to make this video short for once, but either we're gonna just kind of float up, right? Okay, I'm just talking bullish, or I don't know. We kind of come down just a little bit and then still go up to get this, right? And if we're bearish, um, if we're bearish, then I would expect it to either come down from here now, or it can come up from here and then come down. And these, hey, they're extreme, but same time, it's like at the end of the day, we're still bullish, but the seasonal history shows that in the middle of March that we should be coming down still. So that's another reason why I was married to that. And also the flip that we had today was that they're injecting all this money in the market, not in the market, into borrowing money, and they're inflating the market again. So the bonds started buying up, and all the yields, and as you see, dollar started falling down. So that's why I was saying that the dollar was going to be kind of like the barometer to what we kind of really do. So, and you don't really know until the candles start moving on these other frames. So take a look at that. And if dollar keeps sinking, then we're rushing up here. But if dollar miraculously just flips around and goes back up, then you got your answer. But I was mentioning this gap here and coming down, which it has all right to come back down here. But this is starting to look suspect, where either they're building liquidity here for dollar, or let me zoom out a little bit. Either they're building liquidity here, or we're gonna just bounce the fuck off right here, and then rip all that, right? Because I mean, for this response to come back down, dollar would have to literally stop like right now. Like we got that gap that I mentioned, that I highlighted, that purple one right there. But you would not want to see a break like this level. Like anything lower than here is a problem for dollar. So I would expect it to bounce back up, from up here. But if it keeps going, it's like that's a problem. Even coming down here is a problem in a sense. But that might just push us up for the short term, where we still kind of get in here, create this kind of rising wedge and then still fall down. It's up in the air. So hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.